that we can help our economy grow is putting our hands to work. Women in the male-dominated jobs sometimes are not paid so much attention because we feel that everything should be done by the man in this sector. This week on the Reflection Show, we want to have a young woman. She's a painter and she's doing very amazingly for herself. And sometimes you look at the fact that through all the challenges and the stress that the jobs comes with, women are able to put their hands to work to paint. I'll be speaking with a young lady in Tamale, very young, who have decided that she wants to put her hands to work. TVET is an agenda that all of us must pursue, and all of us should be willing to encourage others to pursue this agenda. We'll be right back. I am Martha Inspies. Welcome back from the break. Is the Reflection Show with me here, Martha Inspies. Like I said in my intro, we would be speaking with a young lady. She's a painter, and of course, with Madam Humeima Abdul Wahab. She is the regional head of informal apprenticeship and also of the Ghana TVET service. And Abdul Rahman Latifa, she is a painter. We'll be delving in more to get to know what her story is about and what motivated her to go into this journey. Thank you for joining me, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So let me start with you, Latifa. You are a painter. What motivated you to want to go into this journey?
Like, I was married.
Okay.
And I was not working, and my husband was not working. So,
Okay.
I have a friend, and her husband is a painter. So I went and explained to my friend that my husband is not working. Me too, I'm not working. So life is not easy for us.
Both of you.
So I want you to tell your husband so that my husband will come and join him and they will working so that you can get food to eat because it's not easy.
Yeah.
And she talked to her husband and he said it's okay. So they were started working, and it was up to a point that me and my husband, we were having problems.
Okay.
If I go to my sister's place or my family member's place, he will be saying that you are following mess.
Okay.
You are cheating on me. So I said, okay, then if you are going, I will also follow you
him
to the workplace so that I will be with you. You will not even tell me that I'm cheating on you again. So one day I just followed them to the workplace. They started working, and I told the master that I said, you are a woman, you can't
That
do
means
it.
you can also do it.
And I said, I can do this work. So I started learning it about 1 week. I said, you can do it. So after when we finished, he gave me 1,550 cedis. And I said, oh, then if I'm working,
That was just that one day. You had that 150 cedis.
150 cedis. Then I also joined the painting work.
So it was the money that motivated you. Oh. So she went to work and she had 150 cedis in a day. And she was like, just if I'm getting 150 cedis for just one day, then Charlie, let me do this. Wow, and that has been the journey.
Yes.
Wow. So are you still married? Are you still with? Okay, but you are still in the painting.
Yes, I'm still in the
So it means that it's actually giving you money.
Yes.
Hey, Latifa. Please give me some. So sometimes we hear some people talk about women in the male-dominated jobs like painting or welding, etc. And it's challenging. But are you enjoying what you are doing?
First, when I started doing it, it wasn't easy.
Okay.
About me and my family, my dad, my brothers. I came from Karga, so when
Okay.
I came here to started doing the painting work, my family members and my father to say you are internet doing prostitution and said you are doing painting work. You are a woman. How can you go and learn painting? Painting is not for women. It's for men. So last year I went to NVTI to do my profession one test, and I met Madam Humaima, and she called me to her office. That after that, come and see me, and I came. And she gave me her number, so I'll be calling her once in a while. And there was a day she called me, Latifa, where are you? And I said, I'm there. I'll come to my office. So when I went, there was a comfort support, and she gave me her phone to fill the form. So I just filled it about 1 month to 2 months. When I go back to the house and explain to my sister, they say you will not get what they are lying to people. We've been doing it, but we are not getting it. So I shout my mouth up. I didn't say anything.
And you got a support from Comfort?
I've got a support.
Wow. Free money, like just
free money
just to support your business. Wow.
3,000. It was 3,476.
But so, you're making money. Wow.
So I used that money to buy my tools, my painting tools to be doing my painting work.
Nice. Madam Humaima, tell us about your role in supporting young women, and especially with the NVTI, with TVET. Sometimes I even confuse them and their proficiency one and those things. How do people get in there?
Yes, thank you very much. I would like to say a big thank you to you and your team, because we have been on your show for 3 times just to create awareness, the importance of TVET, and also promote the massacres and the impact they are making, and to also showcase their products. Back to your question. When you look at Ghana TVET service, initially it was NVTI that coordinates nationwide and issues certificate to massacre person. And we're on different ministries. So, and then government thought it wise that there is a need for him to bring us together. And then they pass it at Parliament. And we're all brought to under one umbrella called Ghana TVET service under the Ministry of Education. So when you look at Ghana TVET service, we are 2 areas. We have the formal and the informal. So the informal sector are those who have the workshop, who have learned the skill.
So, and you are the head for the informal, the apprentices,
shops and apprentices. And most of them didn't go to school. Some have been to school, others didn't go. It's just a passion or the interest. The person have gone to learn it. But sometimes certification is difficult for them. If they don't get it, they don't just get opportunities out there. So the department, the informal apprenticeship department, coordinates the mastercraft person and apprentices. Then we issue certificate to them. And the certificate, we have something, we monitor their shop and give them certificate to prove their competence. Like Latifa, like she's a painter. And she goes to do somebody's work and the person prove a certificate. Me, I didn't go to school. So the informal sector, we issue certificate to prove their competence. We also monitor their shop to ensure that they are doing the work in line with TVET standard. Sometimes you go to certain workshop, a shop, and their work, the training that they are giving is not in line. So we do normally give them guidance and then we also let them write a test. We have proficiency. That one is basically for practicals and oral. But when we look at the informal sector, they don't write. We don't write. It's only practical. So we give them national proficiency 1. They are in stages. So when they will register them national proficiency 2, so that they can get opportunities in the industry and government opportunity, and also promote their shops.
Tell us your journey with Latifa. How did you meet her, and how was she, and what is the role you have played in her life now?
The role I play in her life, not only Latifa, but when I took office as the regional head of informal apprentice, I wrote a letter to Comfort, Ghana, and I realized that monitoring their shop, they are lacking certain things. Most especially graduates, when they graduate from their madams, they find it difficult to start up. And along the line, they find themselves going back to Kayaye because of hair dryer or machine. You see the person going to the sardine sector to look for an existing job and buy the dryer and come back. So I saw the need for them to have that collaboration. And I was invited to their meeting, and I make a submission that at least the informal sector should be giving some good anytime they are giving that kind of support out there. And I really, I was called from Comfort office, and I was given that opportunity. We know girls who have learned the male-dominated course also benefited from Comfort support. They supported.
So it's great seeing the collaboration from different organizations.
Yes, and able those to that support. Have done hairdressing and then tailor, they were also supported. Both madams and the apprentices were given sponsorship, and they bought the machines, and some of them.
So how did you meet her? Yes, I want to get that story.
Yes,
how did you meet her?
Latifa came to write the National Proficiency 1.
Okay.
And the way she painted, we gave her our signpost. The signpost was National Vocational Training. Now we are now Ghana TV service, so we have to shift repaint the signpost. So she was called to come and paint. The way she painted the signpost, I said, wow, please, for me, I'm somebody who is passionate about helping women, empowering them, assisting them wherever opportunity I get. So I called her to my office, and then we connected.
Wow.
Anytime I have a workshop, even one of your, the one we held at Modern City, she was part of the digital marketing capacity building. So these are some of the roles that I play in life. And when she had the conference, she came and told me, how people say that you will not get it. I say, be rest assured and pray. Me, whatever I do, I put God first. And I don't do something and suspect it that do. I have the faith that when you feel it, you get it. And really, Latifa had it.
Great.
And then, not that, I also connected her to one of the masters. You know, when you learn, finish from your master, we have something we call workplace experience learning. And now we call it attachment.
Okay.
So one of the master craft is a painter, heart confident painting. He came to my office that he's looking for women. He wants to work with women. He's a painter. And I connected Latifa to him. This year, he has done some projects. He painted mocks to beautify the fasting period, and Latifa was part of the project. And as they were working, he was even paying them.
Wow!
And anytime you get a contract,
I like that part. I like that part.
Them. And then from there, I told her that there are a lot of opportunity that you can get from government. Or if you don't have business registration, and you need to save for your future.
That's true.
So we have opened an account.
Great.
She has registered the business.
Nice.
And anytime she goes and gets a single room and paint, she'll send the money home. And I say, where is the money? I told you that you have to. They say, my parents have collected. I say, next time, this time. Now she has saved 800 Ghana cedis.
Nice.
So when I told her that she shouldn't be sending all the money to them, at least she should be
divided,
taking part of them to support the family. And then pick part and save for future.
I think that's always the problem with Africans. As soon as you start doing something, your parents expect you to take care of them. Yes. But I like the advice you gave her. She needs to save. Latifa, you need to save, because I remember sometimes when you start, I was speaking to someone before who was like, you can even start a company where you can employ other young girls to work under you. So tell me, I like the money part. How often do you get contracts? You're looking at her, tell me. No, I want you to say something that will ginger someone to also want to be a painter. So how often do you get contracts? Okay.
Let's
you want to come?
Okay. In fact, I also told her that wherever we do monitor or skill upgrading, you are one of our resource persons. Thank you so much for
Thank you for always having me. Yeah.
Yes. So I always tell them that they should always portray or send their product online. Or these days is social media. So I told her to go to TikTok
Hey,
yes, I asked her to go to TikTok. Whatever job she gets.
I think I saw Hafsat also on TikTok. I interviewed Hafsat the last time.
Social media that she normally gets the job.
Oh, nice.
Recently, they called her for a 2-bedroom, and the negotiation didn't go well. I have to intervene because sometimes you need to work and get the money and then improve your life. But if you take the contract and then you go and do the work, you're not satisfied.
Yeah.
So I think through she's using most of the social media, and I also connect them to massacre person.
Okay.
If they get job issue, I assist the women.
Okay.
But we have a challenge there.
Okay.
Because most of them did still not understand why women should do male-dominated course. But when we create the awareness, the existence of the informal apprenticeship, the women, how the male-dominated, like Latifa is doing, I think our massacre person, if they are listening, they should try their best to always absorb our women who have learned the male-dominated course, so that they can also better.
So Latifa, answer my question now. Like, do you often get contracts to paint people's rooms?
Yes.
Yeah, usually, like they call you more often.
Yes.
So like in a month, can you get up to 3?
I can even get more than that.
Hey.
Even more than 10 times a
month. Yes.
I'm always busy.
Wow. Wow.
I'm always busy.
And that's because you're actually doing the work well.
Yes.
What are some of the challenges you encounter? Because I know that business is good. Like if you are getting more than 10 contracts to paint single room, 2-bedroom in a month, does it come with? I think she mentioned one thing. Sometimes it's the negotiation on how much.
And some of them, you even go and work and say no caller, or I'll call you when the person will not pay you.
Oh.
It has happened.
Like, how do you handle it? So somebody will say, come and paint.
And you paint finish now, and the person will say, go, I will call you, or if anything, we'll talk. Later when you go, the person will not pay you.
Is it friends and family that do that?
Not only friends and family.
Even strangers who just met you and don't call you and pay you.
Yes.
Don't you follow up?
Sometimes you may just chase them and leave them, or some of them will pay you.
Yeah.
For me, I don't.
Let's not do this. As you can see, I think she's a calm person, so she will not even have the energy to follow up multiple times. So why do you call someone to come and paint for you? Then at the end of the day, you don't pay her. Like, I'm sad. I don't know why. I'm just getting a bit emotional about that. But is there a system or a way? So what do? Do you call them? Do you report them to somebody? Like, do you have those systems where that if they are taken for granted, they can report or something?
Normally, we don't have. Under the informal sector, we don't
So when they don't pay you, that's just all?
We just leave it like
Some to don't pay you like half and that's all. Some to don't pay you at all. Some to do, you drag them out before they pay you.
Me, anytime I work with a customer and the person didn't pay me, I did not chase him, because someday someone may need your service and he just calls you, like, if I go and do this. But if I chase him and also get annoyed of me, I won't get.
Recommendation.
Yes.
No. Okay, don't worry. I'll call you to come and paint my place for me. Me too. I'll be recommending you. I'll not also pay you. No, but I think that in as much as you even want to recommend a person. So if I say that, okay, come and paint, and I want to give you advert or recommend, I have to even pay you half. I can pay you something, at least something you can use and buy food for the job you've done. There are people that we have those partnerships with. You're able to do, let me say, 50-50 service for them. But people that don't even have anything to offer you, they are not doing any advert for you, they're not doing anything for you, and they refuse to pay. That is so bad. If you are here or you are watching us and you've ever done that to Latifa, please repent, please change. Or there is a young boy or a young girl in your community. Now we are saying that the young girls should find something to do with their hands. They are doing these things with their hands and we are not paying them. What are we trying to portray? Are we trying to encourage them to go back to what probably we do not wish for like to happen, because we say that these girls are like bad girls, they are on the streets, they are prostitutes, etc. But more girls want to work with their hands, but you don't pay them. Are they mostly men or women who do that?
Men.
Hey, men! I thought she would say women. And I'll be like, oh, maybe we don't have men. So you two, what is that? She'll come and paint your house and you don't pay her. Don't do that again, please. Please, please, please. Madam Humema, yes. Now, how do someone get in touch with the Ghana TVET or MVTI to enroll? Do you have some scholarships, or after they finish learning, how do you absorb them?
Yes, currently our office, the Ghana TVET Service Regional Office, is now located at the former MVTI testing office. Okay. When you get to the Jubilee Park, okay, we are a labor office, visit customs service. That's where the office is located. Okay. So if you need any information, you can walk to our place and I'll give you the necessary assistance. And then when you look at the Ghana TVET service, now government have also made the TVET free for the formal sector. The free TVET started last 2 years, so currently we have second year, first and second year who are also enjoying the free TVET.
Like they are in second year. Yes, yeah, I know they are in second year.
So these are some of the opportunities or what the road that somebody wants to learn.
That also has like a school system, right?
Yeah, the school system, okay. But with the informal sector, that is where you walk to our office. Ah,
okay. So you have the formal sector and the informal. The formal sector is the one you have done like a high school, a senior high school.
Learn the school, okay. Learn the skill, and then
the informal is just going to learn from somebody.
From somebody. Okay. So we also look for master craft person. If you are an NGO or an individual who want to learn, just call on our office. They will give you the training and issue the certificate to you. But if you are already a master or an apprentice and you need the certificate, you just walk to the informal apprenticeship office. They will give you the certificate. So we train, not only certification.
You do the training as well. We do the training.
Okay. And we liaise with the master craft person. We also have the workshops. And what I also add is that sometimes the informal sector, they also lack business registration. Okay. So one of the roles I also play, I have connected with one of the regional of a registered general officer, and then
to help them get that the is stressful. So I'm glad they are able to do that.
And we are supporting them in that regard. Okay. So all these things are some of the things
and
the TVET service that we support them.
Okay, I'll come back to you, but let's take a break. We'll be right back.
Books by Pastor A.L. Fant. They are inspired by the Holy Spirit, simple to comprehend, relevant in application, and so lovely to read. Grab copies like Dynamics of Kingdom Influence, Dynamics of Ministry, Mark is King for Church Workers, Money Matters, and she calls herself a woman. This marriage must work. No more curses. Loaded mouth. Secrets of kingdom dominion. The exploits of service. Things fall apart. Church without bleeding pulpit. Singles mingle, and many more.
Welcome back from the break. You know, I'm so shocked to hear that some men, she said men, I'm using her word, that some men would contract her to paint their apartment and they do not pay her. some will not even pay her in full. Why do we do that? Let's actually stop this kind of habit, because we will not be able to encourage a lot of people, especially young women, to go into these male-dominated jobs. Latifa, you were saying something behind the scenes, that there are some people who the money they actually use to buy the materials is more than how much they are supposed to pay you.
Maybe the person will just take 3,000 or 5,000 to go and buy materials, but the money is going to pay you, your workmanship money is like 700 or 1,000. But the person will be finding it difficult to pay. Like, I don't have money again. But you have 1,500 or 5,000 to go and buy the materials. Like, some of them, they did that, and some of our workers, they will just go and do dirty work for them, because like the way they are doing. But me, I don't do dirty work. I will just do my neat work for you. And so they even shock, like I can't do it.
Okay.
But later I surprised them. They confessed to me that first I thought you can't do them. So if you have a job, don't say that I am a woman, I can't do it. Just bring the job on board, and I'll...
She's campaigning. Don't say she's a woman, she can't do it. Bring the job and pay her well.
I'm here to tell you that what a man can do, women can do it better.
Now, do you sometimes hear people say that because you are following them for your money, they'll be like you are too known, or you are rude, or that you don't respect them? You know, we are in a cultural setting. Do you hear those things? Like you don't have patience, they will pay you your money and you are disturbing them. Do you hear those things?
Yes.
And how do you handle it?
Me, sometimes I don't act like I don't act
go ahead, don't worry.
I never act angry on my customer.
Okay. But don't you think that's why they are taking advantage of you? Because you do, like you don't act angry, you don't seem angry.
Some of them do that, but not all of them.
Okay. Okay. And you said something like sometimes because you don't push or you don't give them pressure, it's because maybe later on if they hear somebody say they want painter, they will call you to go. But do you get that more often? Do you get them calling people to come and shoot for you?
I get.
Okay. Okay. So maybe that's why sometimes you don't also bother.
Yes.
And do those people also pay you well?
Yes, they do.
Oh, nice. So even though you are losing some, but you're also gaining some. But if they are all paying you, at least you'll be gaining more.
Yes.
Let me come to Madam Humema on this. Now, with the Ghana TVET, let's focus on the informal sector now. How often do you think that the increase or the rate at which more girls are coming in for, let's say, skill work? Has it increased, and is it better? Yes. And is the support from parents and guidance better?
Unlike first, we're saying TVET is for the vulnerable or the poor, and then the mindsets, the perception. Unlike this time, it's not that it has changed. People are now buying into TVET, and then because they know that the importance is very great. Because the person, when you learn, because when you look at TVET, it's a talent area.
Yeah.
Somebody has talent in electricals. Somebody has talent like Latifa, just using their hand to work and then better their life. So I think this time around, the awareness creation and the promotion of Ghana TVET, people are embracing it, and a lot of youth are now venturing into TVET.
Let's narrow it to Tamale and where you actually work.
Yes.
Has the support increased, especially for women?
Yeah, there is support, because when you look at, sometimes somebody wants to learn, but due to financial constraint, I know a lot of NGO have come on board, and they have picked these young girls and give them free training, and they are working. So with that one, and parents who are also supportive, like Latifa, like she came and narrated the story to me, and now she's now bringing money on table, and then helping. She herself is now taking care of herself without even going to the parent, reducing the burden on parents. That parents are now supporting the girl child to learn TVET, not only the girl child but the youth. Yes.
So now, how has the relationship been for those in the formal sector and those in the informal sector? Even though they are all doing TVET, but has there been some kind of competition, or like, how is the coordination for those in school and those at the mastercraft?
Yeah, the coordination is those in school are for, just like somebody will go to senior high school and go to training college, nursing, and then upgrade themselves, career progression to the university level. It's the same thing like the free TVET, the formal sector. The free TVET, they also pass through National Proficiency 1, Proficiency 2, Certificate 1, Certificate 2, and then to Master of Technology and Doctor of Technology. So these are some of the certificates that we issue to the formal sector so that they can also upgrade themselves and gain more opportunity and become engineers. But unlike the informal sector, as I already said, they have learned their skill directly from the workshop. And when you look at that side, they are making a lot of impact because whoever go to school, maybe due to one or two things, financial constraint or any other issues, the person is not able to go back to school. Most of them, when you go to their shop, you see senior high school graduate, university graduate. He has a certificate, but there is unemployment is not there.
That's true.
So when you go to the informal sector, you see most of the youth venturing into tailoring, fashion and designing, and they are making an income. Sometimes we even go to their shop and say, today is no good, because there is a seasonal work, and they are making it. So sometimes you go to their shop and somebody will go, oh, today, madam, the business is not good. And when it's come for, let's say, Salah, Christmas time, you see that when you go to their shop, you can't even, when you are talking, you say, madam, today I'm busy. So there are a lot of opportunities the informal sector are making. And as I said, we are working directly with the informal sector. Those who already have the knowledge and skill, then we issue certificate to them to prove their competency. And when we get the training, we also liaise with the formal sector and send the apprentice to the formal sector to be given that training. And sometimes we also identify the mastercraft person who have the requisite skills and can do the job for them to also give that training. And we work with NGOs too, non-governmental organizations who have interest to train young girls and then the youth in skill training. So these are the relationship or the coordination between the formal and the informal sector.
So now, since it became Ghana TVET, what are some of the challenges, especially in your office? I think sometimes ago you mentioned that sometimes even some funds that usually used to come does not come again. How are you still able to coordinate the activities?
In my earlier presentation, I mentioned that NVTI, National Vocational Training, was coordinating the vocational school nationwide. And now we are now Ghana TVET. Initially, we were having that kind of challenges. Lack of tool, infrastructure, classroom, dormitory, and we were not on placement list, just like the senior high school. So now that we are now brought under one umbrella, I think these challenges have reduced because most of the school government have put up infrastructure, dormitories, classroom, and then now make Ghana TVET free. And then unlike the informal sector, you know, they are private individual. The shops belongs to them. So normally their challenges are very huge because most of the mastercraft person, they want machines. You know, sometimes we have the hand one. So one madam will say, oh, I have used this machine with my madam and pass out. And I'm still using the same machine. Maybe the machine is old. I think as she's going to open her shop, she need what? A new machine. So I think they are having that challenge with the machine to promote their shops, and then the apprentices who are graduating also have challenges in setting up. So sometimes we have this network with other organizations like Comfort is doing well, where some of the mastercraft persons, the madams and masters, were supported by Comfort through the Young African Work. And some of them were given machines. So other organizations also support them with hair dryer. And then the female who have learned the male-dominated courses were also benefited the Young African Works with Comfort. And they were supported with this support, and they bought their basic tool like Latifa has done. So I think the informal sector have a big challenge in terms of tools, basic tools, and then funding. Some of them are even entrepreneur. They sell the materials, the zip, so they need funds to buy this material. Instead of going out to buy in the market, they can also sell this material at their shops, and even hair dryer, and then meshes, so that instead of them going outside. So most of them are entrepreneurs. In addition to the skills, so they need financial
So they sell the raw material that are connected to whatever that
they are doing. But some people are just mastercraft. It's just the sewing. It's not an interview. It's not doing selling and buying. Other masters will come to her shop and buy. There are a lot of them who are doing that.
That's okay. Last, if I'm seeing some tools on the table, can you take us through the brushes and what you do with the brushes?
Okay.
So, Madam, before Latifa come in, there is this organization that also...
I want to get her before I come in on that. Take us through the
okay. This one is a 3 inches brush.
It's what? Please speak loudly.
This one is 3 inches brush.
3 inches brush. Okay.
And this one is 2 inches brush.
2 and 3 inches brush. So what do you use it for?
I use this one to sketch. After I paint, I use that to do dresses.
I remember the day we were painting our studio. We just used one brush and we painted our studio. And you have different types of brushes. Okay.
I'm using this one for sketching.
For sketching.
Yes.
And this is what?
And I'm using this one to dress the down.
Sketching and dressing. Okay. And this is for what?
I use this one for we use it to do skimming and skimming.
Yeah.
We use scraper to do skimming and to
scrape
the wall.
It's called what?
Scraper.
Okay, the scraper.
Yes.
And you use it to scrape the
wall.
This
one is a big one and this one is small.
Oh, okay. So this
if you are going to use skimming, you have to use the big and
the small. Okay.
Or you can use the big.
Okay. Then this is 2 inches. This is 4. Is it 5 inches?
3 inches.
3 inches. Okay. And these ones are what?
And they are all the same.
They are all the same.
Yes.
Okay. We use one brush to paint our our studio. We didn't do skimming. We didn't do scraping. We didn't do. Oh, and it was ladies that painted the studio with the help of some with the help of some 2 gentlemen. But by the time they came, we had finished painting. But because they didn't want to say that, oh, it's we the women that painted the studio, they just took the brush and did some part. But it was how many women? 4 women that painted this studio you are sitting in right now. Yes, but I like it. I like the fact that you understand the tools that you are using. And I like the fact that you are able to play with it to come out with some. I wish we had one on. So please give us your social media handles. I wish we could have actually gotten your pictures before this session to show. Are you on social media?
Yes, I'm on Facebook. I'm using Abdurrahman Latifa.
Abdurrahman Latifa. Okay.
On TikTok, I'm using Abeka Latifa.
Okay.
And Instagram, so I'm using same Abdurrahman Latifa.
Okay. So, and that is where you're actually able to get more people to see your. So you post more of your works there.
Yes.
Okay. So TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Facebook and Instagram is Abdurrahman Latifa. Then TikTok is
Abeka Latifa.
Abeka Latifa. So you can get in touch with her, watch more of her videos, then you can really understand what she does and all that. You wanted to say something?
Yes, I want to add up to the challenges and the solution that the informal sector normally gets. Apart from Comfort support, Ghana Enterprise Agency formerly MBSSI.
Okay.
They are also helping the informal sector. One of our students did electricals and filled their form. He went through the training, and Ghana Enterprise Agency supported them with the basic tools. And another challenge the informal sector also faces is, as I said, the training fee. Most of the madams are doing free training. I know one madam who have picked girls 20.
And she trained them
for free. She's not the only one. Wow. So sometimes people, the young people want to learn, but due to financial constraints, they are not able to do so. So this is what I just wanted to.
Wow.
And unlike the apart from the certification, we also organize skill upgrading workshop. We'll go to their workshop, identify a skill gap, the customer care, sometimes the way they dress, the way they talk to customers. They normally make their customers to go away. But when you take them through the customer care, you promote their shops. And sometimes getting funding and refreshment for this project is always
refreshment.
If you want to say our resource person free of charge.
Oh yes, I believe that. I believe that getting the resource people, some of us are able to. We've done it several times. Some of us do not really care because we actually want to impact.
Yes.
But sometimes my concern has also been on the participants who are kind of like, if you're organizing a free event for them, you are getting the venue for them. You are even going to get a human resource or a person to come and facilitate. And sometimes they come for the event, and because you are not able to refresh them, they get offended.
Yes.
I think it's a habit we need to change, especially with those in Tamale. We need to change. It's like, even as we are inviting them for the event, the first question is, item 13, Jenny, is there item 13?
But the impact.
That is the first thing everybody is asking you. But you don't know what goes into event plan. You don't know how much event planners put into these events. So please, next time you are invited for an event, just go. On a normal day, if not for that event, you still eat. You still drink. So let's not focus on this item 13 and all of. Sometimes it's just boring. It's just boring. I want us to take a break, then we'll come and take your final words. Then we wrap up.
Books by Pastor A.L. Fant. They are inspired by the Holy Spirit, simple to comprehend, relevant in application, and so lovely to read. Grab copies like Dynamics of Kingdom Influence, Dynamics of Ministry, Mark is King for Church Workers, Money Matters, and she calls herself a woman. This marriage must work. No more curses. Loaded mouth. Secrets of Kingdom Dominion. The exploits of service. Things fall apart. Church without bleeding pulpit. Singles mingle, and many more.
Welcome back from the break. We are still here looking at how young women can be in the male-dominated jobs. And one thing that Latifa keeps saying is the fact that a lot of people do not pay her after she has rendered her service to them. So we are appealing to every one of you, not just her, but anyone out there, any female painter, even male painters who render services to you. They come and paint your houses, your rooms, and you do not pay them. Please, let's stop that. Let's pay them because they are putting their energy, they are putting their time, they are putting their everything to make sure that your houses are beautiful. So let's appreciate them. on that. Let me take your final words. Anything you want to tell anyone, and the advice you have for your fellow young women who want to go into TVET but have some let me say withholding spirit. What should they do and what should they know?
I'm here to encourage my fellow ladies that they shouldn't have their mind that this work is for men or this work I can't do it. They should just come and do it, or if they meet me or meet Madam Umaima, they can do it. And I'm here to tell them they shouldn't say I can't do it. If not, men will always be using us and dumping us and insulting us just because you don't have a work. They say you can't do this, you can do it. For me, some of them they just say Latif I love and say okay, I hear, because I'm always not depending on them.
Yeah.
But if you are not working, you just how much is 50 cedi, and some of them is not even rich to 50 cedi, and he will use insult you and your parents. So I'm here to encourage my fellow ladies that they should just come, let us work together and improve more our fellow ladies. So
and I think I forgot to ask you, how long have you been working professionally after you passed out?
So about 1 to 2 years.
1 to 2 years. And how many years did you learn?
About 3 years.
Oh, okay. It takes that long?
Yes.
Wow. Sorry. So you learned for about 3 years, and now you are working for almost 2 years.
Yes.
So now you're like a master on your own.
Yes, I'm now a master, but I'm currently now working with Hajj Confidence Painting.
Okay, so you are working under a company.
But if I get my own job, like single room, 2 bed, I can go and do it alone.
And but those when they have their big contracts, then that's the one you go to work and they pay you on that.
Yes.
Do you mind telling us, like, painting a single room, like averagely how much it costs? Oh,
we take a single room with ceiling 200, but without ceiling we take 150 cedi. But some of them there is no money, so we may normally charge 150 cedi with ceiling. Without ceiling we take 100 cedi.
So if you are doing like a 2-bedroom with a ceiling with a hall, you can take up to 500 or
more than up to 600 to 700.
Oh, okay, nice. Eish. Oh, I should stop TV presenting and go and learn how to and go and learn how to paint. Wow. So there are times. So sometimes with the paint that sometimes you use, do you buy them or the people buy them for you to go and paint for them?
No, or you just give them estimate to go and buy, or you may go with them to go and buy the paints.
I learned sometimes you people have some specific paints you want to use. Why? Is it that some are good? Don't mention any brand. Nobody is sponsoring me. Just tell me why some are good and some are not good.
It depends on the quality or the person, how much he can afford. It's different prices and different qualities.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Madam Homa, give us your final word.
My final word is Ghana TVET Service government have spent a lot of resources in making it accessible, attractive to the young people to learn. So if you are watching us, please make your decision. It's not only those who didn't go to school. Some university graduates are holding certificates at home. They are not getting jobs. Senior high school, they are sitting in their house writing on deck. Please kindly learn a skill to become self-employed. And I also advise parents to support their children to learn a skill. If your child is having interest in TVET, don't force the person to go to grammar school. Let the person learn the skill so that you become an engineer and also become self-employed instead of unemployed. And again, if you are a master craft person, you have a workshop, a welder, carpenter, mason, hairdressers. Our office is at Jubilee Park. You get to Labor Department. you come, we'll give you a certificate so that you can use it for job opportunity. Okay. Most of our children who have completed, students who have completed, they have gained opportunities in the security services. Nice. You can equally use a certificate for police, immigration, fire service. I'm seeing them on Facebook. They say, Madam, I'm not here, I'm not there. Wow. And the certificate is also well recognized internationally. Nice. Right? You can use them. Most of them are rushing to our offices to get the certificate to better their life. Yeah. And I also encourage our mastercraft person in the male-dominated courses, most especially our women who have learned the male domination, accept them when we bring them. Okay. Because sometimes I normally liaise or negotiate that we have trained these girls, they are in the house. If they are not working, they will not be able to also achieve their goals. So they should try and accept our women to also train them so that they can improve their life. Great. I also want to say a big thank you to your team for giving us this platform.
Thank you for coming.
To promote Ghana TVET survey and promote the informal sector and Latifa as well.
I think you had something to say. She said something you were like, what do you want to add?
I'm here to tell our parents. Okay. There is not everyone that God created to go to school. So they should encourage us to learn handwork, and it's good. For me, I'm proud of myself that I have my own job. I'm like, if I'm working with government, you'll be waiting for moon die, but me, I'm not moving. I'm not waiting for
since the day that you take your money.
Even like, if it is work there, I may even get more than what
that's true
the person who is waiting for moon die
is getting.
So I'm here to tell our parents.
Because if you are getting 10 contracts in a month, I can imagine how much you are getting. Wow.
So I'm here to tell our parents that they should encourage us to learn handwork.
Yes. Our parents, Latifa is encouraging
they should motivate
us. Please encourage and motivate us so that we can learn the handwork, because at the end of the day, it's you and I that you see. I like what you said, that sometimes after you finish, you go and give the money to your parents. Please don't take all the money and leave them. They also need to keep the money for themselves. Thank you so much for coming. I think that Ghana TVET, since I met you, have been part of everything that you do, and I really appreciate the fact that you trust me and you find me worthy enough to impact my little knowledge on these young people. I don't take that honor for granted. And thank you so much, me as a person and also my organization, Martha Inspires Foundation, and now the Reflections TV show team. We say thank you so much, because sometimes we come out and we see that people are doing so much, but they don't have, like you said, people to actually inspire them. Thank you for finding us worthy. Latifa will call you to come and paint our studio and just add some touches to our studio for us, so that it will be very nice. Thank you very much for coming. I have been speaking with Madam Humeima Abdul Wahab. She is the regional head of Informal Apprenticeship Ghana TVET Service, and Abdul Rahman Latifa. She's a painter. We've just been getting to know some of the nuggets they have to share about their journey in the informal sector, and why you and I should encourage anyone who wants to go into that sector. We do not need to look down upon them, because they are making more money than us, and that's a part I really like. Maybe you have to really think about it once again. Thanks for watching. I'll be back with thoughts. Hello and welcome to Thoughts from Martha Inspires. Today I want to talk to you about using your hands, or working with your hands. My thought today is very simple, that you and I have the strength, the power to work with our hands. The Bible says that God will bless the works of our hands. So if you're not doing anything, God won't bless it. If you want to eat, you want to feed your family, it means that you should be able to work with your hands properly. In short, do not despise or discourage anyone working with their hands because you feel that you are superior or you are better than they are. Make sure that you give them some sort of encouragement. A lot of people are going out of the country, and when they go there, they work more with their hands. Why can't we work with our hands to build our country? Why can't we work with our hands to build our roads, our schools, anything that we want to do? In that regard, we'll be doing so much good to our country than to work, go to a different country, work with our hands. Why? Why can't we do that here? Let's encourage ourselves so that we can stay strong and stay healthy for everyone. Thanks for watching. I am Martha with Spice. Have a good night.